Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour. I am Mike Jeffries, the host of Rush Hour and the play-by-play voice for Barrie Wrestling. And if you want the shirt I'm wearing, if you want to rep Barrie Wrestling, you can reach out to us through social media or by email at barriewrestling@gmail.com or show up live Saturday, June 7th. Barrie Wrestling presents Gold and Glory 8. You can pick up your shirt while watching live incredible Barrie Wrestling action. 49 Ferris Lane, the FLCC Arena. Reach out to Barrie Wrestling if you want your tickets. Limited tickets are still available. Now, as for this episode of Rush Hour, well, our main event was put in place 2 episodes ago when you saw Shiloh release Pretty Ricky from his duties in the royal family, which means Ricky is now eligible to challenge Clay Wilson for the Barrie Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. But in order to do so, he has to win a 5-on-5 Survivor Series matchup, which is our main event tonight. Ricky's team against Clay Wilson's team in a match where the stakes could not possibly be higher. Fans, we also have a Vaughn Vertigo Invitational, which is what we're kicking the show off with. We have 3 great matches for you, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour. Well, as this jerk Vaughn Vertigo makes his way to the ring, I want to talk about what Tyler just announced between matches. TCO letting us know the December show is going to be called Walking in a Weapon Wonderland because Josh Alexander's coming back.
Making his way to the ring, he's hailing from North Havenbrook, Canada, weighing in at 176 pounds, Vaughn Vertigo!
Vaughn now has facial hair to match his personality.
Well, you know, it's a bit of a throwback night. I had my original entrance music to start the show, and the V guy going back to his classic Oasis-inspired tune, and I'm down for it.
Vaughn Vertigo, billed from North Haverbrook, claims he put them on the map.
He did. What else do they have? Broken down monorail?
Yeah, I guess that's true. But it's the Vaughn Vertigo Invitational, so who's it going to be?
I think it's Tyler.
I think it's you.
No, that was the 3rd annual. It's got to be Tyler.
It's been Josh Alexander. It's been Jody Threat.
Hold on.
Oh, I know who this is. Fresh from Toronto Fashion Week.
Making his way to the ring, is the most stylish man in professional wrestling, weighing out 185 pounds, Tekkiteasy, Joey.
Well, Vaughn Vertigo has always been the rock star of Barrie Wrestling, but what is he going to do as he faces a genuine fashion plate in Tekkiteasy?
Tekkiteasy.
That's what I said.
Take it easy, Joey. You're getting better. Tyler's not. So Tekkiteasy Joey has made a name for himself here recently in Barrie Wrestling. He took the Barrie Wrestling champion Clay Wilson to the limit last month, and now he is answering the Vaughn Vertigo Invitational. So I was saying, Josh Alexander and Jody Threat have both answered this invitational. Legends like Rip Impact, Tekkiteasy Joey, he's taking a chance to really make a name for himself here, both in Barrie and on the indie scene in general. Vertigo's been all over the world wrestling. He's become a well-traveled superstar. Unfortunately, he still comes back to Barrie. But, I mean, he has that lifelong contract that he won in the first ever Barrie Wrestling matchup, so I guess that's why we keep bringing him back?
We bring him back because he's a star, and I totally get why you don't like Vaughn Vertigo. I don't like how he's behaved for the past year. I don't like what he's done to Rajon
Hold on, Vertigo's going to talk.
I have a question for you. What is the one quality that you possess that makes you think that you can accept the Vaughn Vertigo Invitational? Barrie Wrestling. I can make anyone take it easy.
Take it easy. That is the power that Joey possesses. Vertigo.
Watch out, Tyler.
The hat looked good on you because we could see less of you. Vertigo, vicious European uppercut. Vaughn has not been around since he lost the Three Pistols Championship to Van Landen. And as far as we know, he's abandoned Rajan Husher and abandoned Vision.
Yeah, very notable that Rajan Husher did not come out with Vaughn Vertigo. I think he used that young man and then just cast him aside when he didn't need him anymore.
Using Husher to win the Three Pistols Championship and to continue to hold it. But Vertigo now in the ring with a young star in Tekkiteasy Joey. Joey with the Manhattan drop and the knife edge chop. Great height on the drop kick from Joey. Vertigo to the outside.
You and I can criticize Vaughn Vertigo's character.
I will.
We can criticize his behavior.
And I will.
We can criticize his motives.
And I will.
But you can't criticize his talent.
Sure I can.
He is quite simply the GOAT of Barrie Wrestling. He's won it all. He's been here since the very first match, and he just keeps getting better.
I have to correct you on one thing. The GOAT of Barrie Wrestling is Bobby Jr.
Shut up, Jeffries.
Jim loves every minute of this. Vertigo slingshot senton into the ring. Joey gets the shoulder up. I will give Vaughn Vertigo credit. He has won everything you can win here in Barrie. Most titles multiple times. He has been a star. He has been all over the world. He won the PCW UK Championship. He's won our heavyweight championship, the Three Pistols Championship, twice. Tag Team Championships, twice. But he hasn't been the same person. And I think losing to Van Landen did a lot of damage. And Vertigo, he might be in trouble tonight against Tekkiteasy Joey. Although they're great counter by Vertigo, looking for a Boston Crab. Or perhaps a Walls of Jericho. Joey able to counter out. Oh, running boot from Vertigo, just kicking Joey's teeth into the third row. Knocking the tassels off Joey's arms with that boot.
You can say he hasn't been the same, but how do you know? We haven't seen him. I am seeing that same killer instinct that he showed as Three Pistols champion. I am seeing that same talent that has defined him as Barrie Wrestling's premier star over the past 10 years.
You might be right. I'm just going based on him going AWOL. And Joey will get the shoulder up.
And I agree. I do not like what Vaughn Vertigo has become. I do not like how he treats people in Barrie Wrestling. The man has his own change room now in the back. I don't like that at all, but you can't dispute how good he is.
Is that why I had to change in the stall today?
Well, I put your name on it.
Joey fighting back to his feet, but Vertigo with a knee to the midsection, cutting off Joey's momentum.
I heard Tyler even left you a gift.
Okay, now. Counter by Joey, sending Vertigo into the corner. Oh, and a boot to the mouth. Joey ducks the discus clothesline and then catches Vertigo with a lariat of his own and another one.
Great momentum here for Joey.
Hurricane Rana from Tekkiteasy Joey. Maybe after he's done with them, Vertigo will know how to take it easy. Stinger splash from Joey. Bulldog out of the corner. Look at the height and the impact.
This would be a huge upset.
Vertigo just gets the shoulder up. Joey impressing right now.
Joey is like so many of these young stars we've seen over the years. You can just feel they're about to break through. They just need that signature win, that marquee victory that launches them to the next level. And boy, what a night to do that than on the 10th anniversary of Barrie Wrestling.
I was talking to Joey before the show. He's Filipino, and he mentioned, there's TJ Perkins, there's Batista, and that's really it for big-name Filipino wrestlers, and he wants to be at that level. He wants to be known the same way those guys are and really carry the flag of the Philippines in pro wrestling. But he's in trouble right now in the middle of the ring. Vertigo cinching in this Boston Crab. And honestly, Jim, what it looks a little bit like to me is the Witcher lock from the man who battled Vertigo in the very first Barrie Wrestling matchup, Gabriel Fuerza. Vertigo cinching in the middle of the ring. Joey nowhere to go. Vertigo sitting deep in this Boston Crab. Joey able to roll out of the pressure and then double boots. I think he caught Vertigo in the jaw with his left foot.
Vertigo, not really known as a submission wrestler, but his biggest victory of his career came via submission, making him the Barrie Wrestling heavyweight champion.
One of the best moments in Barrie Wrestling history.
Oh!
Bonus Eruptus! Vertigo got all of it.
Wow.
Nobody kicks out of the bonus Eruptus. Dr. Nick must be shaking right now.
The heart of Tekkiteasy Joey. I can't believe he was able to dig in and kick out of that.
Vicious boot to the midsection from Vertigo. Vertigo rolling to the outside. After that kick, Joey's spleen might be connected to his wristwatch. Vaughn brought his own red carpet.
I think that's Joey's.
No, I think Vaughn brought his own. I could have sworn I saw him roll it in front of him as he was walking into the arena today. Maybe it is Joey's. Either way, if Vertigo's got it in his hands, he's got nefarious things planned. The crowd trying to get behind Tekkiteasy. Jim, what does Vertigo have planned with this carpet?
I don't know, but it can't be good for Tekkiteasy.
Vertigo. Oh, suplex countered. Small package. Vertigo kicks out. Oh, and a super kick to the kneeling Joey. Vertigo might be looking for the Shining Wizard. Joey ducks under.
Very well scouted.
The Uno reverse. Pay dirt from Joey. Oh, I thought he had it, Jim.
We talked about what an incredible upset it was. KPK beating the Barnsteppers. But wow, can you imagine? This would be a career-defining win for Tekkiteasy, beating the former champion, Vaughn Vertigo.
The Uno reverse from Tekkiteasy Joey. He has put many people away with that. That is his best shot. What's he going for here? Full Nelson. Oh, Vertigo counters. Joey face first into the second turnbuckle. V-knee to the back of the head. That Vertigo V-trigger. Now what is... rolling Joey up in his own red carpet. What does Vertigo have planned here? Joey can't defend himself.
Oh, no. Come on, Vaughn.
Vertigo, there's no need
Don't
for
do
this.
it. Oh.
Shining Wizard. Tekkiteasy Joey is out. Vertigo wins the Vaughn Vertigo Invitational.
Here's your winner, Vaughn Vertigo!
It is time for the second half of our show, 10 years in the making, and the longest reigning Three Pistols champion, Myung Jae Lee, coming to the ring.
He's weighing in at 175 pounds, hailing from Buffalo, New York. He is the former longest reigning Barrie Wrestling Three Pistols champion, Myung Jae Lee.
Myung Jae Lee and Anthony Muso, these two men train together, Jim. Grapplers Anonymous, which brings out the best wrestlers. Daniel Garcia, Kevin Blackwood, Myung Jae Lee, Anthony Muso. Jim, this is a battle for Buffalo supremacy between two men who know each other so very well.
Mike, you talked about wrestlers starting the same spot. Wrestlers beginning together. but you couldn't have two different careers, two more different paths than Myung Jae Lee and Anthony Muso.
I'm just enjoying the Vanessa Carlton right now, Jim. You know, Musso covered this song, but we can't get the rights to it because it's so expensive. Number one in Estonia, the Faroe Islands.
It's actually the first single to go number one on 3 separate occasions in Estonia. It's remarkable. He's like the Beatles of Estonia.
And he's now put on Myung Jae Lee's shirt.
But as I said, Mike, what a different path. Myung Jae Lee showed up in Barrie Wrestling and on day 1 had a match of the year. Day 1. Anthony Muso has had to work his way up. He's had to scratch and claw. He's had to win the favor of these fans. The first match Myung Jae Lee wrestled here, the fans gave him a standing ovation. The fans didn't know who Anthony Muso was till his 7th or 8th match. But now, he is arguably the most popular man in Barrie Wrestling.
If I had told you back in January that Anthony Muso was a near shoo-in to be nominated for most popular wrestler in Barrie, you would have laughed in my face, which, I mean, doesn't change much about our friendship. But you never would have believed it.
I actually would have. We saw, it was just over a year ago, the Royal Wedding. Anthony Muso showed a side of himself that all of a sudden you could just see a change in the way the Barrie Wrestling fans perceived him, and it just built from there. And yeah, was it obvious in December or January that he would get to be this popular, that they would be chanting nonstop for him? No. But the spark was lit. And listen to this place.
Muso winning over the crowd started with him being the wedding singer for the Great Wedding of Kylo. If you haven't seen that and you're watching on IWTV, you can catch it. Back in our show called Karma last October. If you don't have IWTV, you can catch it on YouTube on Rush Hour. It's going to be part of episode 8, The Wedding of Kylo. In the ring right now, Muso, arm drag on Myung Jae Lee. And two very different styles in the ring. Myung Jae Lee, a quick striker. Muso, more of a bruiser and a strong man, raining right hands down on Myung Jae Lee.
But make no mistake, Anthony Muso has the same training as Myung Jae Lee. Anthony Muso has sparred with all those greats that you mentioned, and when push comes to shove, Anthony Muso can flat out wrestle.
I think I've said before, I feel like day 1 at Grapplers Anonymous is just beating each other up. And then day 2 and day 3 are the same. Muso showing the strut. Little Ric Flair, woo, after that chop. Muso, his own backup dancer as well. Very musically themed night tonight, Jim.
Well, when Estonia's favorite singer is on the card, you have a musical theme.
Myung Jae Lee sending Muso into the ropes. And then catching Muso with a huge knee to the gut, dropping Anthony Muso down. And then a running boot from Myung Jae Lee into a cover. Myung Jae Lee has not been the same since he lost the Three Pistols Championship in a match where he was not pinned. Vaughn Vertigo pinned Van Landen to win Myung Jae Lee's Three Pistols title. And Myung Jae since then has effectively snapped Diamond Jim. And we have not seen him like this as he's choking out Muso with the shirt.
But if and when Myung Jae Lee gets that focus back, it is bad news for everyone in Barrie Wrestling, because I don't think we've ever seen a Three Pistols reign like we saw from that man. He beat the best of the best of the best month in and month out. But listen to this crowd.
Barrie Wrestling crowd split right now, and a boot to the back from Myung Jae Lee. Into a cover, 1 count kick out from Muso. And Myung Jae Lee staying on top of, now he is giving up quite some size to Muso. So Myung Jae Lee's got to try and keep the momentum, and looking for it looks like a dragon sleeper, wrenching at the neck and the back of Myung Jae Lee, and of Muso, and almost a chokehold from Myung Jae Lee.
Be careful, the pipes, Myung, come on!
Myung Jae working over Anthony Muso. Muso working his way up to a vertical base. Myung Jae Lee floats over the back. And now jumps up for a sleeper hold. Myung Jae Lee with all of his weight on Musso. Musso just dumps Myung Jae onto his back. Musso head of steam. Going for a sliding clothesline. Myung Jae Lee crucifix pin. Musso slides out. For those wondering, the royal family, so Grizzly Mack is in our main event Survivor Series matchup. Kyle Boone and Shiloh, unfortunately, unable to be here tonight. So Musso out here on his own, but Musso has something to prove. Musso, for all of his popularity and being a tag team champion, he has not had that signature singles victory here in Barrie. And from Myung Jae Lee, he was #1 contender for the heavyweight championship a couple months ago, came up short against Jessie V, and he's been searching for more of that momentum ever since losing his Three Pistols title, so a very important matchup for both men. Oh, Musso! Dropping a percussion line for his next hit with that chop to Myung Jae Lee. I think that's day 3 at Graphs Anonymous, Jim.
And 4. And 5. And 6. And 10.
They're really good at chops there. Oh, what is Musso looking for here? Myung Jae Lee in trouble. Musso going for a back suplex on the floor maybe, and Myung Jae Lee counter sends Musso headfirst into the ring post and then into the guardrail. Musso might be knocked unconscious.
Now, you were talking about the royal family. You mentioned Grizzly Mack, I guess now former member of the royal family, Pretty Ricky, also the captain of that team. And as we found out from McCully early on, if Pretty Ricky wins that if his team wins that match, he'll get a title shot against Clay Wilson.
Huge stakes. What a spine buster from Musso. Myung Jae Lee went for the double stomp off the top. We've seen him win countless matches here in Barrie with that maneuver. Musso had it scouted and countered with a spine buster. Jim, somewhere Arm Anderson is smiling.
Stop turning Sean Gibson on. I cannot believe this crowd. And I'll tell you, when I spoke to these amazing fans before the show, the 2 names that got the biggest reaction, the biggest cheers, were Jody Threat and Anthony Muso. But there is a strong contingent of people who are behind Myung Jae Lee, who respect what he's done, who believe that he can get back to the top of the mountain.
Well, the Musso fans seem to be outnumbering the Myung Jae Lee fans, but Jim, you're absolutely right. There's a lot of respect for Myung Jae. He just ran into a huge right hand from Musso. Musso, the prince of the royal family. Driving him into the mat.
That slight hesitation may have just cost Musso a chance at defeating his longtime sparring partner, Myung Jae Lee.
Musso spiking Myung Jae Lee with that, almost like a package Michinoku driver.
Yeah, but it was almost as if he got a bit of a cramp in his leg when he came down, and he couldn't quickly pin Myung Jae Lee.
He was not able to get his legs over the shoulders quick enough. Musso just deadlifting Myung Jae Lee. Myung Jae, excellent job countering it, and looks like Musso's arm got trapped too. Shotgun drop kick sending Musso into the turnbuckle. Myung Jae Lee had a steam running knee. Musso counters, Myung Jae Lee counters. Musso, the athleticism, and a German suplex.
I told you, Anthony Muso can flat out wrestle, and we are seeing it.
How does Myung Jae Lee still moving?
Because he's Myung Jae Lee, that's how.
Kick out. I don't know if we have a replay of that German suplex. Alan, you read my mind. Incredible athleticism, and then, dropping Myung Jae Lee on the top of his head. I am the dueling chants here in the FLCC arena, but Anthony Muso seems to be winning people over in real time. Muso calling for a pedigree, pointing to Myung Jae Lee's head, letting him know. Oh, referee Brad Myers got taken out. Oh, Muso.
Watch out, Anthony.
Protect the goods. Musso's going to have the Mariah Carey range after that kick.
You're not going to sing again, are you?
No. Running boot to the face from Myung Jae Lee after the low blow. Myung Jae Lee steals one.
Here is your winner, Myung Jae Lee.
Should correct myself, I think that was the Busaiku knee from Myung Jae Lee at the end. Either way, whatever it was effective.
But how about that match from Anthony Muso? He deserved to come away with a victory. Easily the best match of his career. But let's take a look at these shenanigans from Myung Jae Lee. Oh, beautifully applied. That was after his cheap shot.
And it was a running kick to the face. Myung Jae Lee, an incredible striker. And after the low blow, which you can see Anthony Muso still feeling the effects. Unfortunately, a tainted end to an incredible matchup. But at the end of the day, Myung Jae Lee picks up the win.
We have not seen the last of Anthony Muso. Tonight, we saw something special from him. And I think even Myung Jae Lee realizes that.
I don't blame Muso for not wanting a handshake from the guy who just kicked him in the groin. Myung Jae and Muso sharing a Buffalo hug.
Again!
And Myung Jae Lee with the Buffalo goodnight kiss.
Enough about your wedding night.
Myung Jae Lee with another kick to the groin. Muso is down. Myung Jae Lee is victorious. Fans, we've got two more great matches. This is Barrie Wrestling's 10th anniversary. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, wrestling fans. TCO here, back at you with another edition of your Barrie Wrestling Rush Hour Event Center. And as always, I've got all the news and information that you want to hear, including big news about next week's episode of Rush Hour. But first, we need to talk about the next time that you can see Barrie Wrestling live at the FLCC Arena. It is going to be Saturday, June the 7th, when Barrie Wrestling presents Gold and Glory 8. And I'm going to tell you right now about a huge match that you're going to get to see there, sponsored by a pretty fantastic podcast, if I may say so myself, if I'm a little biased, of course. The Count It Out with Mike and Tyler podcast proudly will sponsor this matchup between the hometown high-octane hero Van Landen and Shane Saber. Two of the best that Barrie Wrestling have to offer, sponsored by the best wrestling podcast in Ontario. You can subscribe to the Count It Out with Mike and Tyler podcast at Count It Out, the number 7 on YouTube, Instagram, and all other social medias. And speaking of Van Landen, we are going to see him in action next week on Rush Hour. He is going to be defending his Three Pistols Championship against a man that we have not seen in many months. And of course, I am talking about former Barrie Wrestling heavyweight champion, Reverso. We have not seen Reverso since his epic cage match with Gabriel Fuerza. Who knows what kind of tricks he's going to have up his sleeve, but one thing we do know is that it is going to be an incredible match and a tough defense for Van Landen. He's going to have to dig deep if he wants to keep that championship. And speaking of championships, I have just been informed that if Pretty Ricky Willdy and his team, Ricky's Rowdies, are victorious in our main event this week, that right here next week on Rush Hour, he will get his hands on Clay Wilson one-on-one for the Barrie Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. It is a loaded edition of Rush Hour next week. 4 huge matches, 3 huge title matches. We will also see the Barrie Wrestling Tag Team Championship, 400 North Tag Team Championship on the line as the Royal Family will be in action. It is a can't-miss edition of Rush Hour season finale. You're not going to want to miss it, and we're not going to want to miss the main event, and we're going to get to that right now. It's Ricky's Rowdies against Clay's Scoundrels, and it's coming at you right now. Let's take it away, Mike Jeffries and Diamond Jim.
Fans, it is time for the main event. So much on the line here. Pretty Ricky's team wins. Ricky gets a title shot.
Oh, he's wearing that stupid mask. What a creep.
Introducing team number 1. First, representing Chimera. The last troop.
Oh, put it back on.
Sinclair.
Clay Wilson is the Barrie Wrestling champion, Jim, for our biggest show ever.
Shut up, Jeffries.
10 years, and Clay Wilson's the champ.
Shut up, Jeffries.
You drank with him.
Shut up, Jeffries. Can you talk? Do something. I don't want to look at him.
You see Stratosphere, Isaiah Prince. Stratos, I think, trying to be an honorary member of Chimera. The precisionist, Matty Z. The leader of Chimera, Brian Sinclair.
Not the leader. He's the spokesperson. As I found out, made the mistake of calling him the leader last month. There is no leader of Chimera. They are a collective. He just speaks for them.
We were lambasted by Brian Sinclair in a strongly worded letter.
At least you only got a letter. I was actually confronted by Sinclair and KPK in the back, and I won't make that mistake again.
There you see Clay's henchmen. Here come Ricky's Rowdies.
This is like going from a skunky Coors Light to a fine double IPA. Here comes Ricky's Rowdies!
They are Ricky's Rowdies. First, Wanda, Delrey. The Golden Gun, Mark Wheeler. Representing the royal family, Grizzly, Mack. And your team captain, the Brentford Rattlesnake, Ricky Willdy.
There's only 4 of them, Jim.
Their mystery partner, I guess, didn't...
Whoa! The former Barrie Wrestling champion, Clutch Jessie V. That's one hell of a mystery partner. TCO flying out of the ring.
Can you imagine how many pairs of drawers you'd have to go through if you saw Clutch Jessie V running at you like that?
The human video game glitch who was screwed by Clay Wilson and Brian Sinclair. Clay was still under the mask pretending to be Electrico. Hit Jessie with a low blow and then a shot with the Kempenfest Cup to steal Jessie's Barrie Wrestling Championship. And Jessie looking to rip the head clean off Clay Wilson, but Isaiah Prince with a cheap shot.
From the moment Jessie V emerged backstage, he did not take his eyes off of Clay Wilson until Isaiah Prince cheap shotted him from behind.
Isaiah, who we've not seen here in Barrie Wrestling in about a year, 250 plus pounds, and Jessie V just picked him up and slammed him like he was a child.
Unbelievable.
We spent some time tonight talking about people we'd least like to piss off. Jessie V might be number 1, 2, and 3 on that list. A little locked and loaded reunion. Jessie V and Mark Wheeler taking out Isaiah Prince.
I want to be very clear. If Jessie V ever gets mad at me, I am throwing you at him and hiding.
That would be like a fly hitting a big train.
That's all I need.
Flapjack from Mark Wheeler taking on Matty Z. Wheeler, he's had all kinds of issues with Chimera. He's looking to get a pound of flesh out of Matty Z and probably out of that last true professional, Brian Sinclair. And Sinclair with a cheap shot. Of course a cheap shot from Sinclair. Pump kick from Matty Z right on the mouth of the Golden Gun.
We saw 2 incredible young stars in our last match, but boy, I don't know if anyone has a brighter future in this business than Matty Z.
Into the ring now comes Brian Sinclair, the technical master in Chimera, but Wheeler, incredible power for the Golden Gun, double suplex. Here comes Wanda Delrey, somebody who has absolutely won over the Barrie Wrestling crowd in record time.
Listen to this crowd chanting for Wanda.
Chopping Sinclair. Get a piece of him, Wanda. Great trip takedown from Delrey and then a short elbow drop.
What I really love about Wanda Delrey is how crisp every one of her moves are. She makes everything count. Her elbows, her suplexes.
A perfect plex from Wanda Delrey.
Applied perfectly.
Oh, Jim. Big meaty men slapping meat. Grizzly, Mack, and Stratosphere. And speaking of big meaty men, here comes Pretty Ricky. Ricky with the hip attack. That Brantford rattlesnake is fired up. Driving Stratosphere with a bulldog.
Pretty Ricky has gone through so much over the past year. For him to have a chance now to get a title shot at that jerk.
Clay Wilson again with a cheap shot. Now Stratosphere meeting Ricky at the apex. Superplex.
And have you noticed, out of 10 competitors, this jerk was the last one to get in the ring.
Oh, and Clay calling on Jessie V, of course. Anything to gain an advantage. Referee Brad Myers distracted. We might need 6 officials for this matchup. Pretty Ricky now in a lot of trouble. Clay looking for the cover. Ricky grabs the bottom rope.
Why is this guy wearing his electrico tights?
Because he's Clay Wilson.
He is a fraud and a con.
A pizza burn on the roof of your mouth. Human tennis elbow. The equivalent of stubbing your toe in the dark. Sitting on a wet toilet seat.
I think you made your point.
He's a jerk. Clay Wilson's such a jerk, he makes Vaughn Vertigo look good.
Wait, I got one. Stepping on Lego.
Yeah. Well, Isaiah Prizza looking to pin Ricky. Now remember, Ricky does not have to be a winner in this matchup, but his team does for Ricky to get that title shot in December. And all I know, Jim, is Ricky's 1-0 against Clay Wilson here in Barrie. He's the reason Clay Wilson got fired, and Wilson had to cheat his way back onto this roster. Here comes Clutch Jessie V.
Someone tag Wilson! Someone tag Wilson!
Enziguri to Isaiah Prince, and then launching Brian Sinclair. Stacking up Chimera.
Get in there, you coward!
Stratos wanted to be part of Chimera. Join the team, buddy! Jessie just killed 3 men. Oh, but Prince gets out of the way now. Isaiah Prince, running start lariat. And again, Isaiah Prince, also a member of Grapplers Anonymous, so you know he's going to be a striker. Going for a Uranagi. Jessie counters. Vicious elbow from Prince. Oh, Jessie, no way. No way! Jessie to deadlift him! Clutch it, go! Powerbomb! Ricky's got a 5-4 lead.
He did that with one arm.
Matty Z just jumped into a shark tank covered with chum. Wheeler wants some vengeance. Remember, Matty Z cost Wheeler and Gabriel Fuerza a shot at the Three Pistols Championship last month in their matchup with Van Landen. And it was also Chimera that cost Mark Wheeler his matchup against Stratosphere. So
Look at that, look at that. You know who Mark Wheeler blames for that.
Brian Sinclair tagged in. I don't know if he meant to, but
the golden gun did not give him a choice.
Matty Z with a cheap shot from behind. Wheeler trying to make the last true professional pay for what he's done. Brian Sinclair told me he's British inspired. Catch as catch can style.
Yeah, do not let his size fool you. He is a tough hombre, and he can get it done in the ring.
Well, you know his head's touched. It just collided with Matty Z's jaw. Wheeler taking out both members of Chimera. The revolver! Matty Z's down! Matty Z's out! It is a 2-score lead!
Matty Z has been eliminated.
Stratosphere, who, correct me if I'm wrong, Jim, the longest serving veteran in this matchup?
That is correct.
He knows now his team is down and in trouble. He's trying to turn the momentum. Wheeler flips out. Stratos ran into that boot. Wanda Delrey tagging in. Jessie V, one of them tagged in.
Locked
Double
and
super
loaded.
kick. So Jessie tagged in and then Wanda. So Wanda is legal. The X Factor. Cover him. Cover him. 1, 2. Take that, the last professional.
Brian Sinclair has been eliminated.
Oh, turn around, Wanda. What a cheap shot. Sucker punch from that piece of garbage.
Clay Wilson, though, fighting for his
Wilson trying to pick up a pinfall over Wanda Delrey. Wilson and Stratos, they're down 5-2.
They've got to even the odds in a hurry, or Clay Wilson will be facing Pretty Ricky on December 7th.
What a series of strikes, a headbutt and a discus forearm from Wanda Delrey. Sending Clay into Ricky's corner. And then tagging in Mark Wheeler. Clay trying to gain an advantage and sends Wanda headfirst into Wheeler. Clay with some choice words for Wanda Delrey, trying to hold the advantage. Oh, look at the look on Wheeler's face.
Getting a little revenge for his best friend, Clutch Jessie V.
Mark Wheeler had a mean streak that lasted a long time in Barrie, and I think Chimera might have unlocked it again. But Sinclair interferes in a cheap shot from Wilson. Wheeler counters out a trip. Oh, Matty Z grabs the foot. Get them out of here. They're eliminated. Oh no, Clay with the roll up.
And a handful of tights.
Mark Wheeler has been eliminated.
Clay, turn around.
Oh, no, don't turn around, Clay.
Have you guys seen Godzilla vs. Bambi?
Oh, baby, I sure hope this is the sequel.
This is Jessie V versus Clay Wilson. Jessie, he's got Clay.
Hold on. KPK has come out. Jessie V rushing to the rescue of Mark Wheeler.
Jessie saving his best friend and tag team partner. All of Chimera out here. Jessie V no longer focused on Clay Wilson and oh no. Jessie, get back out here.
Oh, don't do it, Brad. Don't do it, Brad. Oh, no.
Jessie V has been counted out. Therefore, he is eliminated.
Shades of Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan back in 1988. Jessie V counted out.
And look at the strength of Jessie V with his pin, scoring the first elimination of the match, but now the big man himself has been eliminated. And a bit of concern for Ricky's Rowdies. While that brawl was happening, Grizzly Mack went down hard. He looked to bang, like he banged his head on the ring apron. I don't know if the big man's going to be able to continue.
Stratos and Clay with cheap shots to Clay or to Ricky and Grizzly. And now the referee distracted by Clay Wilson. Wanda had Stratos pinned. Stratos caught the foot. Look at the athleticism of Wanda Delrey, sending Stratos into the second turnbuckle and landing on him with his knees. Or her knees. I've never seen offense like that. Stratos with a low blow to Wanda Delrey. Stratos gender neutral cheating. Pile driver from Stratosphere. Unfortunate.
And just like that, the Henchmen have evened the odds.
I'm a Leafs fan, so it's not the first time I've seen somebody give up a lead of 3. I did not expect to have that happen again tonight, but it's now Grizzly and Ricky against Clay and Stratos. But the big man, Grizzly Mack, the human bear, taking some vengeance on Clay Wilson. And here comes Ricky. Pretty Ricky, you get you some. Clay caught Ricky coming in, though. Ricky lands on the apron. Elbow from Clay Wilson. He caught Grizzly as well. Now Clay Tempted Grizzly into that one. Low bridge to the outside. Clay Wilson head of steam. Ran into that elbow from Grizzly Mack.
Good night, Irene. Wow.
Clay's in trouble, but Stratos from the outside grabbing Grizzly, holding him in place. Tope from Clay Wilson. Grizzly Mack getting double teamed. Pretty Ricky recovering on the outside.
Grizz was shaken up earlier, and
shoulder
that's not
first.
going to help it either.
Shoulder first, and of those heavy stairs. Jim, wrestling like every other sport is a game of momentum, and Clay's henchmen have all of the momentum right now. Ricky forehead first into the guardrail. The air has been taken out of the FLCC arena. This has been an incredible night, one of the best crowds we've ever had. Wherever you're watching, thank you so much for joining us. This is our special 10th anniversary show. And the crowd, you can feel the heaviness in here right now.
And I hate to give credit to Clay Wilson, but he noticed how Grizzly hurt that shoulder when he got knocked off the apron earlier and took advantage, and now Grizzly Mack seems legitimately out of this match.
Oh, Clay thought he had Ricky there. Ricky at the last millisecond got the shoulder up. It is 2-on-2, but as you mentioned, Grizzly Mack might be down and out, which, let's be honest, if Ricky gets pinned or submitted, it might just be a 10 count. Stratos just picking at the bones of Ricky. Clubbing blow to the back. And then an elbow to the back of the neck on Pretty Ricky. Stratosphere. So I mentioned picked up a win over Mark Wheeler in September. Looking to carry momentum. Part of a winning team here.
And really, Stratos comes straight out of Central Casting for the term henchman.
Stratos, who I'm surprised has not starred in multiple serial killer movies. He's calling for Nita face, I think. He says, oh yeah, baby! Clay Wilson caught all of that!
What a shame.
He wasn't pretty before, and he's a lot uglier now. Ricky sends Stratos to the outside.
Come on, Ricky! Come on, Ricky!
The move that got Clay Wilson fired! The rigmarole!
History repeating itself!
Stratos catches the arm of Brad Myers. Ricky had Clay pinned. Clay is out cold. Stratos using all of his lanky frame to protect Clay Wilson. That was bad protecting evil. And a cheap shot from Clay Wilson. No. The top tier DDT. No. Ricky kick out. No.
Ricky has been eliminated.
Jim. Rising from the grave like Jason or Freddy. Here comes Grizzly Mack.
We've talked about all the young talent in Barrie Wrestling. This guy feels like he's been around forever, but he is still early in his career. He is big, he is strong, he is bad, he bleeds maple syrup. Here comes Grizzly Mack.
Do not let the beard and size fool you. He is still a young man. Grizzly Mack just tossed Stratosphere across the ring. Grizzly goes 330, about 6'4". The Bigfoot squashing Stratosphere. Now, I have lost track of who's legal. I think it's Clay. Clay just got caught by Grizzly. Oh, Clay could use an attitude adjustment. Grizzly's pinning them both. And they both kick out. Brad, can you signal who is legal?
Honestly, it doesn't matter at this point because Grizzly Mack, as big and strong as he is, the odds are against him. He has to beat two men to survive this Survivor Series match.
The straps have come down. Grizzly good looking for the choke slam. Clay counters and a boot to the knee. Chopping the big man down to size. Oh, I see the strategy here. Clay gets DQ'd and Stratos picks up the pieces with a pinfall. But Pretty Ricky saving the day. The Brantford Wrestling and the smooch. And a spear. Clay got cut in half. Say it, TCO, say it.
Clay Wilson has been eliminated.
It is one-on-one. Grizzly Mack, part of the royal family. Somebody who did so much bad, so much evil, so much wrong here in Barrie Wrestling on a redemption story can make up for all of it if he can defeat Stratosphere right here. Need a face from Stratosphere, dropping Grizzly Mack into a heap. Stratos going to the top rope, Jim. We don't see this often. Grizzly slowed his feet. Oh, Stratos. Feel like he didn't get enough the first time. Need a face from the top. Grizzly dodges. Got him goozled. Choke slam. Choke slam.
Pretty Ricky's getting a title shot.
Grizzly Mack, just when I think you can't do anything else, you totally redeem yourself. Diamond Jim, Pretty Ricky gets a title shot in December against Clay Wilson.
And Grizzly Mack has scored the biggest win of his young career. Hats off to the Grizz.
Let's see how it all went down. Malfunction at the junction, Stratosphere kneeing Clay Wilson in the face. That was the beginning of the end. And then the choke slam from Grizzly Mack planting Stratosphere. Grizzly taunting Clay with the title. Clay, you better hold on to it tight. You only got 35 days left for that championship. And then it's going to be held, and there's going to be a party in Brantford like they've never seen before.